Hello, y'all. So, usually when you have a plan on doing something, you shouldn't really tell people. But the fact that I was interrupted with a vision, I'm just might as well just say it. So I was writing lyrics to Rough Riders Anthem by DMX, right? I was writing my lyrics to it to the instrumental, right? And the first time I was writing, it wasn't nothing. The second time, nothing. But the third time, all of a sudden, I had a vision. And the vision was some entity set on fire. Like, well, not set on fire, it was already on fire. And it was like in a waterfall. And the water didn't even stop the fire, right? At all. And then the vision just left. I don't know if that was DMX or maybe that was a demon that he was battling with, or maybe an entity that was pretending to be him. But I'm telling you this right now, you have to pay attention to your visions because you'll be surprised when certain things literally pop up out of nowhere in your mind, right? I didn't write down a vision. I was like, I'm gonna just make a video about it. But I know what I saw. I know exactly what I saw. Now, many people, they want to know exactly what visions are. They think, oh, like you have to be specific. What type of vision you talking about? Because TV is a vision, YouTube is a vision. What else? Yeah, it's a vision because all the videos. The same thing with IG, all the videos and everything like that. I'm talking about in your mind. The same way how you think of what you planning on eating or drinking, or if you're planning on taking a shower, I'm talking about in there, which is in your mind. But the way how I get visions, it's like it's in the back of my eyes, right? It's like in the back of my eyes. So it's like, consider it as if my eyeballs, the same way how you see it, right? If you was to take it out of my face, you would literally see that there's another pupil in the back of it. You know what I'm talking about. But anyways, just paying attention to the visions. Pray for DMX. You know, because I don't think he's in hell. I think he's roaming and wandering. Sort of like Cain. Because remember what I said in my videos, the devil was Cain. And when he killed Abel, God said to him, "You're going to be a restless wanderer." So, meaning your spirit is going to be all over the world. Just trying to figure out why did you do what you did, right? And then a lot of people wonder, but isn't there a such thing as heaven and hell? But before the devil became Cain, he was already doing that. Because remember, he got kicked out of heaven and thrown down on earth, and Jesus Christ witnessed the devil get kicked out like lightning. So just have a relationship with God. You have to really take it seriously. You have to pray that people that listen to DMX, you have to pray that they will not end up being restless wanderers when they die. But be careful, because some of them who are alive, they roam and they wander, right? And they shapeshift. They will literally shapeshift. And then all of a sudden, and I'm talking about their spirits, their life, they will shapeshift. Then all of a sudden, you turn around and you see a cat. And that cat was that spirit that was roaming and wandering. And they almost got caught. But instead of figuring out a way how to get back to their bodies, they just end up being a cat, because it's fun when they do it in the spirit, but then it's not fun when it becomes a physical thing, and then you better hope a witch doesn't find you and trap you in that cat, right? And then all of a sudden your body now belongs to someone else, but you figure, hey, um but what do you think that your body without any spirit, what do you think that you will be pretty much the Walking Dead? No. No, you will not be the Walking Dead. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because remember, when Cain killed Abel, Abel was in his body, right? And then when Abel died, in the book of Enoch, it said that Angel Raphael said to Enoch that that was Abel, right? So Abel wasn't wandering all over the world. He just stayed at one spot, begging God for him to get his victory, right? But when it comes to this vision was in a waterfall. Some of these people, what they do is that they travel all over the world just so that when they die, they're going to go to all the places they remember they went, just so they won't go to hell. Some of them, you would think, oh, they joined the Illuminati and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Now, some of them, they didn't join the Illuminati. Some of them, they just thought outside of the world. And they like, nah, what I can do is I'm going to be famous. I'm going to travel all over the world. So that way, when I have it in my memory, right? So when they die, they're going to go back to all those places they remember they went. So they won't get lost. That's what some of them do, right? So pray to God and ask Him if that's what you can do. Pray to Him for you to travel all over the world, so that way when you die, you won't be a restless wanderer. You will go to all the places that you've been to because He took you there. And you could wait there until it's time for you to go home, which is heaven. I could go a little deeper, but that vision is still like, I'm like, you're not in hell, but pretty much that fire is pretty much the fire that you couldn't get rid of when you was alive. And that's what you are. You just this fire entity, to the point that if anybody see you in a real life, they will think that you are a supernatural being. No, that's all the things you was battling with when you was alive on earth. But then again, you're gonna be like, but what do you mean alive on earth if you just say that they were wandering around the world in spirit? But can you see them? No, exactly my point. The world is so big, it's like, consider like the world is like an eyeball, right? We are in the pupil of it, right? We are in the pupil of it. But then when you have near death experience, you around the color of your eyes. That's why they say you saw your life flash before your eyes. But then when you really actually die, you on the white side, which is what is called the scrella. You on the white side of it, and that's the spiritual. That's the spiritual world. That's how the world is. The pupil is the core of the world. And they would lie to you and say that that's hell. No, it isn't. That's where you at. Why you think all these planets, the only one that you can enter inside is Earth? Why you think they land on the moon? You can't enter inside the moon. The moon is one big rock where you could just step on. And that's it. It's just this one big dusty rock. Have a relationship with God. Ask Him if I'm meant to be watched. And ask Him if you could still listen to DMX music. Ask Him. And also ask Him, you can also pray, for the followers of DMX. Because remember, when Jesus Christ died and came back from the dead, He still had those followers. It's just that one of them was gone, which was Judas, right? But with DMX, it's probably millions of them that are gone. He probably had a lot of Judases that never even got the chance to even kill him until eventually one of them got him, or a couple of them. That's why when they be talking about these celebrities that die, they be looking a certain way, like from the corner of their eyes and stuff like that, because they want you to think that this Illuminati thing is more serious. First of all, when it comes to Illuminati, what they do is they use whatever is in the world. How do that make you dangerous? Now, if you use things that's outside of the world, now I have every right to pretty much fear for my life. But you use things that's already in the world. That's why they look a certain way. They play certain background music just to scare you and whatever. Please. Don't fall for it. And they always wanna, bring certain people that's so dramatic and exaggerating the way how they talk. No. So like I said, I don't know if it was DMX or somebody pretending to be him or a demon he was battling with, but that entity was on fire and he was in a waterfall and the water didn't stop that fire. So just ask God for understanding what it really means to be a restless wanderer, because you could be a restless wanderer, but you could also roam and wander, right, without resting. Because guess what, resting, because you could still enter inside your body, right? But you have to pray to God that when you enter inside back in your body, that you will not come up against a battle. That's what a battle is. When you go back into your body and you end up seeing what you was battling with. Why you think many people want to get out of their bodies? Because the battle is inside them. And they want to go everywhere else to see, like, nah, I can't be the only one. But anyways, like I was saying, have a relationship with God. Ask Him if I'm meant to be watched. Ask Him if my videos are nothing but truth. Ask Him if I'm being used by Him. And most of all, remember Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Thank you for watching.